Blog Talk Radio.
I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage.
We're on. It's July 3rd. It's the Dr. John Show, and we're joined by Captain Jack. How you doing?
I'm good, Dr. John. How are you?
You know, I'm excellent, and we have an interesting show today, Forbidden Fantasy, which should be kind of fun. We're going to be going over secret fantasies because we know everybody has their own and things they don't want to share because they feel too silly or too strange. We're going to take a journey into that, and then we're going to go into the world of Forbidden Fantasy. Unlike normal, we have a couple of guests in the studio today, so you'll hear them in the background. We're going to be hosting it today, myself and Double Doll. We have some guests from Special Entertainment coming. I have to play a song quick because I have somebody coming over who's going to be calling in off the Night Flirt line. So bear with me. We'll be back in 2 minutes on the Dr. John Show. All right, we're back. It's 2:04 a.m. You're listening to the Dr. John Show. I'm joined by Captain Jack, and today's show is going over to Forbidden Fantasy. If you would like to call into the show today, you can do so, 909-533-8302. We're going to be on the air until just about 4 a.m. And, Captain Jack, do you have any Forbidden Fantasies at all?
Oh, I have a few, Dr. John. Quite a few, actually. Which would you like? Give me a category, and I'll give you a list.
All right, well, let's start with, oh, man, such a big topic. And I don't want to put you on the spot to share anything that you really don't want to, so,
I don't
know, I'm thinking...
Their mood. Say what? Sorry?
No, I'm thinking, you'd have to pick, like, the category or something like that. Some of them are dark, and some of them are more, straight off
Okay,
BDSM or fetish line.
All right. Well, I'll give you 3 categories, and you pick one. There's S&M, there's outdoors, or there is just plain wild.
Hold on, I'm negotiating some of the people who are listening live in studio to call into the show, so I'm here and listening, just kind of half on and off. You know what I'll do? I'll go into, if you're cool with it, I'll play the whole Nicolas Cage track, and then I'll be back in 2 minutes if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's good. Throw it on.
All right, awesome. So special hello to Gunslinger out in the chat room and everybody else. We are, in fact, back after yesterday's technical glitch. We're going to take 2 minutes and then get into everything, so stay tuned.
I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage. Welcome to the Criterion Special Edition of The Rock.
We're going to hop back into it, and we're going to be joined by someone who's already in studio, and that's going to be Jessica. But it's not the Jessie we're used to, because we're used to Jessie Hart. So, Jessica, welcome to the Dr. John Show.
Hi. I'm so glad to be on the Dr. John Show.
Well, welcome. It's a pleasure having you. And I heard you remarking in studio that you wanted to get into the conversations of anal sex. Is that right?
Yeah, I want to talk about anal sex.
All right. What specifically? Just how it feels good, or which part of it?
I'm not really sure how to do it. Like, I want to really try it, but it hurts. So I don't know what to do.
All right. Have you tried any of the numbing lubricants that are out there? Because some of the lubricants will actually numb that area so it doesn't hurt as bad.
Yeah, I've tried that.
How about you,
Sorry.
Captain Jack, do you have any advice for better,
Yeah, actually, I do. I actually have a chick friend of mine who had a similar situation, and for some reason felt the need when she was drunk one night to tell me that she started off with a small dildo and gradually worked her way up to her significant other's size. And so by the time, she'd go up a gradual level, size, an inch or two, it didn't hurt nearly as much, and she eventually got to where she wanted it to be.
That's good. Acclimating yourself to bigger sizes and going up, using the numbing lubricants, and then if all fails, just maybe getting gagged in the mouth and just having it put to you. But Gunslinger's saying in the chat room that he would help her out, Jessica that being, but it would take hours. And for Gunslinger, this is not the normal Jessie Hart co-host. This is just somebody who's in studio today and hanging out, drinking some beer, and asking some questions about anal sex, which I'm pretty sure you'd probably help her out too. But if you want to call in and talk to Jessica and give her advice about anal sex, you can do so. The call-in number is 909-533-8302. We're also going to get into forbidden fantasies, which should be pretty cool. And we're waiting for the ultimate loser to call in, and he asked me to give you guys a little bit of information about him. He is going to be paying for the call. He's going to be paying $3.99 a minute to be on air, and he would like for 2 hours to let everybody make fun of him. I'm not obviously going to let him take up the whole show, but periodically throughout the show, I'll let you make fun of him. He is open and willing to distributing his picture. He has a very small endowment, smaller than a pack of cigarettes or a lighter, or maybe a couple matches put together. And he's the sponsor of tonight's show, because he's gonna be paying big time. He's gonna be paying big time. He promised to call in by 2:15 Central Time. That gives us 5 minutes to wait around for the Biggest Loser. And we're not trying to steal that phrase from NBC, who has the Biggest Loser, but that's a weight loss thing, whereas this is a small endowment. And we want to say hi to VW, who may be listening or not. I'm just giving his initials. He knows who he is. He's my Twitter buddy and one of my good friends. So BW, if you're out there, hello, and we're thinking of you tonight. So you can also tweet your comments about tonight's show to the Dr. John, or at the Dr. John rather, and on Yahoo, you can send in your questions to Dr.John@ymail.com. So, Captain Jack, I gotta ask. I've been wondering. I gotta ask. What is up, or when will be the day when you will do your grand debut about taking, calls on a special line?
Well, you know how we discussed in personal conversations that down the line, because of personal things I'll be Sorry, my brain's kind of fried tonight. I'm going to be making my grand debut a little later because of some personal things that are going on, which you have been informed about, Dr. John.
Okay.
But I will be taking, I believe we discussed me taking problem calls, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, right? Yeah.
I totally just muted myself. Yeah, you're going to be taking fetish calls and fetish. And a whole bunch of calls from that whole arena. So it'll be interesting to hear you take those, and I'm sure females are waiting for that day.
Oh, yeah. Let me just say, my upcoming fans and followers and callers will definitely enjoy it, to say the least.
You do. I think you're going to make a great master of the phone where you're in charge and being very dominant over women. I think you're good at that. What is one dominant thing that you would say to females when they call you? Just so we can kind of get you some practice.
Oh, I've actually done dominant, phone sex before, and I'm more of the type one of the things I really like to do is make a girl slap herself. It is, really thrilling.
To slap herself? I'd rather have her slap her clit, but if you want to have her slap herself, that's good for you if it works. I'd rather she smack her clit out.
I've done that.
Smack and hug.
I've done that too, Dr. John. I just threw one out there. I've got plenty. I mean, I have smack titties, smack ass. You can pretty much a whole smack fest kind of thing.
I would bet you that you're a meat smacker. You like to just take the Slim Jim salami, smash it against the wall of the gumdrop, and make her be punished by the Slim Jim.
You know what? I probably would if I'd ever thought about that before. That's a new concept.
I think that's good. And I got to watch the studio board here for the ultimate loser who's calling in. And I think we might be ready for him, actually. First, we're going to go to Devil Doll out in sunny Florida. How are you doing?
Boo!
You like the Slim Jim. Oh, we got him.
Or press 3 to decline.
No.
Please introduce yourselves.
You're live on the Dr. John Show, and you're paying for the call, loser. Are you there, loser?
Oh,
hey,
what's going on?
Everybody, this is the ultimate loser. He's paying for this call. He has a 3-inch Slim Jim, and we're all going to just let him know. We've got a good lineup waiting for you today, buddy.
Oh, man.
We've got Blake on. He's a master out of California who runs his own BDSM fetish show. We've got Jess out there from the Heartland, and then we've got Devil Doll from Florida who thinks you're just a fucking pathetic piece of shit.
Yeah, man. John.
Oh. What's that? Can't hear anybody. What's that?
How small are you?
Just under 4 inches hard.
Well, you got to be big to make a woman happy. So maybe you should consider an enlargement surgery.
It doesn't have to be that big.
Well, how big is he?
No idea. As long as he's at least 6 inches, he's all good.
No, he said
He's
under
4, erect, and he's exaggerating. He's probably 3.
Holy crap. Well, at least it'd be easy to give him a blowjob.
Barely.
I wouldn't give a 4-inch dick a blowjob. I would give him a fucking prescription to go get it enlarged.
He's a big enough loser that the other day he listened to my guy friend and me make fun of him while we were driving down the highway, and we just put on some music, and I think it was, what song was it, loser? What did we make you listen to?
Oh, I actually don't remember.
Well, we made you listen to, like, California Girls or something, and we were bobbing around just driving down the freeway, and you're paying, you know, a couple bucks a minute to call in, and, you know, you are a pathetic loser, and you definitely want to know how many people are listening to you being made fun of. Right now, across our different networks, we got 3,500 people listening to you admit how small your Slim Jim is, and how does it feel? How does it feel to have that many people know that you're that small, and they could be your neighbor, they could be your roommate?
Oh, man, just feel like a loser, man.
I have a sneaking suspicion it makes you want to grab a bottle of KY jelly and go to town on yourself. I think you like being small, you like being made fun of, and this is like party time for you. You're laying in bed right now just in heaven with all these people. We got guys on the line, too, who are making fun of you, and this is a good demonstration of
I'm going
people.
to take my 4-inch dick and let my girlfriend suck it, and she's probably not going to choke because it's like a lollipop, barely going to get in her mouth. Like, oh, really?
I don't know what the deal is with blowjobs. I can't stand them. They're horrible.
Are you fucking serious?
They make me want to
Give
puke.
your 4-inch man a blowjob?
Nope.
Try taking an 8-inch dick.
Oh, no thank you. I'm sorry. I'm built small, and I don't feel like being ripped in two. Thank you very much.
Your throat cannot be ripped in two.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay,
Trust
so
me.
let's get back to the loser who's on the line, who's paying for this call, because I love this. He's paying by the minute. And we've got a gunslinger chiming in from the chat room who is a male individual. It's a pissant. He's nothing. He's a loser. We've got our other chat lines going off. Loser, I mean, can you even say, like, what state you're from? Can the listening audience at least know what state you're from? Maybe it's something in the water. Come on, maybe it's something in the water. Just tell us the state. That's it. We won't ask anything else. I just want to know what state is producing. Yeah, what state is producing these mini-men like you?
Oh, man, I don't know.
How about a four-state area? Four-state area.
You're definitely from Michigan.
A four-state area is Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona, New York.
All right.
That's
That's all across the globe, dick face.
What a
Buddy.
fucking loser.
I wouldn't
Him and
be
his
surprised
little Tic Tac dick.
You and your 4-inch penis need to go to bed.
One of the guys here is writing in the chat room, maybe it's an oversized clit. Do you think maybe it could be an oversized clit and you were meant to be a woman? I think you said so while you were wearing panties earlier, didn't you?
I would like to see
somebody-
an oversized clit. I think you might have an oversized clit. I think you might be a woman.
Yeah.
In that case, that
I
might
would
be a
like
little
to
bit
see
hot.
that.
I got a little song for you, and it's just to thank you for being our sponsor. So we're gonna play 40 seconds of it for the biggest loser who's on the line. How does it feel to be so small? You got a tiny pecker. You got a tiny pecker.
Tic-tac.
Alright, that was 20 seconds of it. Alright, so what is day-to-day life for you? Like, do you have to buy smaller boxers since you're so small?
I actually wear briefs. I don't wear boxers.
No
And I was
wonder
telling
you're
you
so
that
fucking
you-
small. Shit.
I was-
Fucking wear boxers, you dumbass.
Okay, I want to tell you the top 3 jokes that I told this guy. I told him, number 1, he could use a ring from braces, those small little tiny rubber bands that people use for their braces. He could use it as a cock ring.
Oh,
The
shit,
second
dude.
one is
He's so good.
he could use a paper filer as a condom.
Girl, what are you doing with such a small dick?
Oh, he's not with him. This guy's just calling in sponsoring the show. I don't think he even
Yeah.
has a girlfriend. He probably has a boyfriend.
No, you
Yeah,
can't have a
probably-
girlfriend with such a small dick.
Yes, he can. He can have a blow-up doll underneath his bed.
Even those are built for pretty big dicks, though. Seriously? Those got some pretty deep holes in there. This is not... No. He would get no thrill out of that.
Yeah.
I need another drink.
I think he
I got another
touches your
drink,
clit
too.
with his dick. He definitely rubs your clit with his dick. That's about
What
it,
are you
right?
talking about? Seriously? No.
Yeah, he can't get any deeper than that.
Probably can't even get that deep. He's probably just kind of like on the surface, tapping or something.
And I want to give a quick shout out to Gunslinger who's in the room today because there are some conspiracy topics and things that I briefly want to get into. I look to donate 15 minutes to 20 minutes every day just to these topics. So please stick around, Gunslinger. We're getting into those and need your expert advice. But for right now, we're making fun of the biggest loser who is attached to us live through nightflirt.com/Dr. John and is paying to be on the air right now. He's paying for the whole show, aren't you, loser?
Yes, sir.
That's right. So
Oh, you got
would it be fair to say if we were in a locker room, you'd be the little bitch right now? Would you clean my shoes for me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you clean shoes. Let's see what else. Any other ideas, guys? What should we make this little loser do? What can he do right now?
He should like measure his penis with his index finger and see if his index finger is bigger than his penis.
All right. So there you go, loser. There's something to do right now. Measure your dick with your appendage with your index finger and see if it isn't bigger than your appendage. So if you can think of any household items too, like a crayon, a Tic Tac, a matchstick.
A rubber ducky, Dr. John. A rubber ducky.
A rubber ducky? Oh, a stick of gum. That'd be good.
How about get a stick of gum?
Nice.
Stick of gum. There we go. We all know how big a stick of gum is.
That's true.
So
There you go.
go.
You got a
We'll
stick
go
of gum,
with a
loser?
stick of gum.
Is your dick
Oh,
smaller
man.
than a stick of gum?
It's probably about the same.
It's smaller than a stick of gum, isn't it?
It's about, yeah, maybe it is.
You
Oh,
really
my
gotta stop
God.
wearing those fucking briefs, dude. Like, seriously, boxers. Let that shit hang. Like,
Hey,
let it
loser,
grow.
are you gonna
There ain't nothing
are you
there.
gonna have enough money in your account to stay on the line the whole time?
I think for another half hour.
Okay, you stay on for another half hour, and I sincerely expect you to add at least another 15 minutes after that because we have some magical stuff coming up for you. A special right now, we are joined by the biggest loser, not from NBC, but rather from nightflirt.com/Dr. John. He's patched in and paying for this call, about $3.99 a minute. So we're going to let him hang out on the line while we play Disco Lounge. This song's for you, loser. We're coming back on the line. It's 2:27 because I want us to play another song that I picked out for The Biggest Loser, and I didn't want to, waste the whole 4 minutes with the one song. I picked out this one, and it just immediately made me think of this little tiny loser who's hanging on the line, spending $3 a minute to pay for my show, which is awesome. I wonder if he caught the fact that we gave out the free number for him to call during the show. So, loser, if you are there and you have a pen after you spent all your money, you may call 909-533-83. Oh, we'll give the rest of the number out after the break. I felt so bad for the loser that's out there today, and he's got his Slim Jim measuring in at a stick of gum, and he's on the line. He's paying about 3 minutes a minute to be on the line. I had to bring him back on. Loser, after you've run out of money, you may call back in. I give you permission at 909-533-8302, and that's where you can go to, call back in. Is that all right, loser?
If you want, I'll just call you back here.
Okay, yeah, you call back and pay for it. That works for me perfect. That's what losers should do. Like I've told you many times on your paid calls, you don't have any service that you can do to women. You barely can probably get a guy off because you're not going to cover much of his entrance. And, you don't serve another purpose. You're a small dick loser. And we're here to make fun of you and make your dreams come true. This is like Disney World for him, guys. He doesn't mind being made fun of. This is what he wants, and he is nestled in bed with his Tic Tac, a bottle of lube, and some Kleenex. This is his dream. This is what he wants. He's been talking about it for like a week.
Like, okay, I have to ask, like,
Next
does
caller.
he have a mini-me complex?
Oh, what's that?
Do you have, like, the mini-me
Next
complex?
caller.
Like, where you've got, like, the tiny dick but the huge balls or something?
No, balls are small too.
You just got fucked all the way around, didn't you, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Next caller. Well,
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
He's a loser. He's a loser of the night. He's like queen of the night, but he's a loser. Wait, my mic's on. Oh, shit.
next caller.
Oh, loser, can you do any better than that? Better than pathetic? Like, what are some pathetic things that you do?
No, guys have dressed me up before.
Can you tell the ballerina story where the guy dressed you up as a ballerina?
Yeah, one time a guy dressed me up like a ballerina and made me dance.
The ballerina's too good for you.
Okay, so you're dressed up like a ballerina. Did you have a bra on?
Yeah, did you have a bra on?
Yeah.
Did you have a tutu
yeah, I did.
on?
Yeah,
And then
I did.
I want to give a shout out quick if I can to Gunslinger. There are some conspiracy things that I want to get into on Elenin and the Dumbs and all that. So Gunslinger, if you can call in so we can do 15 minutes with you, that would be great. Is Jessie shaved? Yes, and I have the pictures that I can sell off the website. She has a full photo lineup. We did a photo shoot with her, so you can buy those pictures if you want to. And for Gunslinger, I'll make them really reasonable. So, yes, she is shaved, and yes, I do have the pictures. They were taken last month. She is on nightflirt.com now. If you want to watch my listing, it's nightflirt.com/Dr. John. You have to be 18 years or older and all that stuff. Right now we're joined by a Night Flirt live on the line by the Biggest Loser. He's talking about how he was dressed up as a ballerina and just some really interesting stuff. I mean, man, you've had a hard life. You've been cursed because you're not a dwarf, so people don't see you as a little person, but you are a little person under your genes. So you've really been empathized by the world and by society because every other man next to you is a giant, really. So, okay, we got the ballerina outfits. What other girly outfits have you been dressed up in?
A maid one time.
A maid. This is good. Did you have to clean house?
Yeah, I had to clean a bathroom one time.
Only the bathroom?
All right.
What the fuck? You're useless.
Looks like the worst place to, like, clean. Not so.
So can you be honest, little man? I need one piece of honesty from you. Have you given blowjobs to other men for money or not for money?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the biggest endowment of and we have to, just so the people who are listening and otherwise on the show, we have to use the correct words that can be cleared by, the stations that we're on. So penis. What is the biggest penis you have sucked?
9 inches.
Damn.
Nuts.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Were you in the maid's outfit when you did it?
No.
Ballerina
I was
outfit?
thinking your little feather duster dusting the bathroom and having this endowed penis on your face. So, wow. We have the ballerina. the housemaid. What else have you done? Are there issues under here? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm here.
Okay, you're good and you're here. How much do you think you've spent so far calling in today to the show?
Probably about $35, $40.
Damn.
That's how it works. Way to go. And just so you know, Little Dick, because I always end the calls with Little Dick. I love this guy. I love talking to him. Little Dick, just so you know, whenever you want to buy anything like household goods, trash bags, stuff like that, let me know. I'll give you my website so you can click on the Amazon banner and you can go through and get it all off Amazon.
Okay.
A special deal with my homies over there. What's that? What are you saying, Dumbledore?
I spilled my drink on myself, and I can't get it.
Okay. You got a coast-to-coast group of people just making fun of you today. Does that feel good? I want to get into a little bit of the psychology behind it. It feels good, right?
Yeah, it does.
All right. I have dedicated 3 pages of my issue of the next Dr. John magazine to Little Man here, and we're going to do a whole expose on him. I tweeted him about him today, and I'm also adding a blog entry later today. We are waiting for Gunslinger to hopefully call in so we can get into a little bit of the Elenin and the Dumbs thing. We're going to be reading some erotic stories. First, we're just waiting for Little Man's time to burn out. He's the sponsor of the show today. We didn't bring any other sponsors on, just him. He's paying every minute to be on this show and be made fun of. Right, Little Man?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you said you want me to post something up on the internet on my main page about you, and I will do that. I have no problem doing that. I just want one thing. I want to cut the BS and just tell me one thing. What state are you in?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. All right. So we've got the Oklahoma Little D loser on the line. Man, is there something in the water there? Do you have friends or family who are also miniature down there?
No.
Okay, we just want to let you know presently across all of our networks, we have 3,500 people listening and making fun of you right now. Does that make you feel good?
Yeah, what are they saying?
Let's see. The latest comment from the chat room was from, man, that little dick loser beats my 8 inches and he had it draped over his face. What a loser. We got some tweets in that say, who the F is this guy? What a loser. We've got 2,300 followers on Twitter that are tweeting about you. If you want to tweet about the biggest loser, you can do so. You want to do so at the Dr. John, all spelled out. That's our Twitter ID. And I've been asking the littlest loser here to actually let us post a picture of him. I'd love to get his Facebook so we can all go comment on what a loser he is, but we can't get him that far yet. So far, we just have him wasting about $50 to $60 on this call to call in today. So
we want to see your little dick. So
little penis, yes. We want to. There's some female people who would like to see your little penis. Can you do that, loser?
So they can laugh at you.
Can you send us a picture of your little dick, loser?
Let's see, when we talk next time, maybe, yeah.
No, right now.
Oh, I don't have anything right now yet.
We want to see your little dick. The whole world wants to see your little dick.
To laugh at you.
Oh, and I got to make an announcement. Double though, we brought your mic back on. We didn't mean to mute it.
Bastard!
I didn't mean to mute your mic. I'm not trying to mute Florida. This guy needs a global make fun of session. You're back on.
No. Dad, who the fuck is this girl who's doing this little dick? That's what I want to know.
Nobody's doing it. That's the thing. He's calling into our show. No one on the show is dating him. He's just a little loser who wanted to call in and have the world make fun of him. So I made him a deal. I said, if you call in as a paid caller paying $3.99 a minute, you can call in. My page is available at nightflirt.com/Dr. John. This guy's on a paid call through our 800 paid number, and he's paying every minute he's on the show. Aren't you, loser?
Yes, sir.
Are you paying?
Yes, I am.
Why do you have such a little dick? What happened to you?
Oh, no, it just never grew.
Did you
Damn
have anything
tighty-whities.
about caffeine or cigarettes? Are you a smoker? They say smoking causes
No.
difference in smallness.
No,
Are you a
non-smoker
smoker?
here. No,
You're a
no
smoker,
smoking
that's why
here.
your dick's so little.
Did you drink a lot of coffee? Maybe it says some of your growth has stunted your dick size.
Yeah, you definitely drink a lot of caffeine.
So we're waiting momentarily here. We're going to be joined by Gunslinger, who I really think is our aficionado on conspiracy theories and all that. We're going to bounce off some of them off him. We're going to get into reading some, I'd say, erotic literature, our favorite stories. We've each picked one. We're going to read some excerpts out of them. And anybody who calls in today or in the chat room and requests a copy of Dr. John Magazine, you're going to get one free. Thanks to Little Man, who's on the line. He's sponsoring the show. You're going to get a free copy of my magazine, and that'll arrive by email. You can also send your request to the Dr. John Show at gmail.com, and I'll get you a free copy of last month's magazine. Lots of good stuff. I want to say thanks again to Captain Jack, as always, and Devil Doll, who are joining us from different counties, different parts of the country. We got Devil Doll in Florida, Captain Jack out in California, got coverage in the Midwest. Dude, you got the whole globe making fun of you tonight. You really do. Does it feel good?
Oh, man, yeah. How many people are commenting now?
Right now, we just had an influx on BTR. We want to say hello to guest 700, 709, 722, 726, Gunslinger, 1964. Then we go up to 1,000 mics, live stream, all together. All in all, buddy, you got about 5,000 people making fun of you right now.
Oh, man.
We want more, though. We want more. We want to know other outfits you've been in. You named the maid costume that a guy had you dress up in. But I'm more curious about this story you have about experience where you gave fellatio. I'm a little bit curious about that. But first I want to touch on what other outfits have you been in? You've been in the ballerina. You were a maid. Where else have you been?
Also a fairy, too.
Fairy. You know, Devil Doll, do you want to tell him, Devil Doll, can you tell him about the outfits you added to our adult store so he can buy one to parade around in?
Oh, I added a couple of bondage ones. There's this really cute red one that I like. It's like this little halter red leather thing. That's really cute. There's a couple of really sexy corsets that are like the bomb on there that would probably look fantastic on you, by the way. There's some nice boots. Yeah, totally. Just fucking go for it. Just do it. There's some male thongs on there. There's a fishnet one, and there's a fucking nude one. I think there's a couple of edible ones, too. Like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm spilling my drink on me.
I am going to send him the link to the adult store through his email so that he can buy an adult outfit. I'm hoping to make Little Man a guest here on the show and an official sponsor of the Dr. John Show so that he can, you know, literally just call in every show and kind of be in the backdrop. You know, we won't always give him as much attention as we do tonight, but someone who can just kind of sit there and be in his little outfits and get made fun of by everybody. If you'd like to make fun of Little Man or ask him a question, you can do so at 909-533-8302. He said to me before going on air he prefers masculine men, jocks, and gay guys to make fun of him. So if you're any of those, jump in and make fun of this
All right,
I don't even know what to call them.
I'm in the mood to make fun of someone, so I'll get in on this action. See, I personally feel like you've had a great week,
too.
Oh, Dr. John, you know my week has been, shall we say, irritating. So this is fantastic right now.
Your week has been irritating.
Anyway, shall we say, I think the edible ones could be hazardous to him because his dick is so small that anybody eating it might bite it off.
It's like a little Vienna sausage.
Eddie, would you like some sausage?
I want to get him to do stuff. Like, Little Loser, on the line right now. I want to get you to do something on the line right now. Do you have any candles near you?
Oh, shit. No.
Oh, no. I don't.
Okay, no candles. How about, do you have any nail polish, women's underwear, anything? What can we get you to do live on the air right now? How about this? This would be something easy that everybody's got around. I want you to live on the air, because you're a loser, I want you to shave off your eyebrows.
And
It's either that or your legs, buddy. You're shaving your eyebrows or you're shaving your legs. Which one do you want,
His
Princess?
armpits. He's got to shave his armpits.
I think I'll do armpits or legs, yeah.
All right, let's get you in the bathroom right now, and make your way to the bathroom. I'd like you to shave your armpits and your legs live for the listeners while we go to a quick commercial break to let you get time to get your razor together. We'll go through Montego Marley. Enjoy. All right, I hope you enjoyed the break. It's 2:45 a.m. Central Standard Time to our friends out in California. It's going to be just about, I don't know, Miller time, I guess. Got a couple of stacked beers here ready. We got our biggest loser on the line who's going in to shave his armpits and legs, and we're going to be coming off to lead some erotic fantasy tales on the air.
What the fuck did you just do, you dumbass?
So what's the status there, little loser? What do you have? Do you have the razor ready so we can kind of let the audience know what you're up to, what you're doing?
Yeah, I got it right here with shaving cream right now.
All right, give us a visual description because it's so hard to picture things over the air for our listeners. Are you in your bathroom with the razor, or where are you?
I'm in the bathroom, yeah.
Okay, and we're going to be listening or taking you're going to get, I guess, in the background, if you will, are you going to start with your armpits shading them or your legs to make you more feminine? Which are you going to do?
Oh, my legs first.
Okay, let's do your legs first. And if you have them, just so we can get a better visual out to the people who's listening to the show, I'd really like to see you in some women's underwear while you're shaving your legs. I kind of have this picture of flash coming out of my head with the bucket of water splashing over your head, and you're there with your small appendage just shaving your legs and getting into it. So do you have any women's underwear there?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Why don't you describe those women's underwear you have that you're going to wear while you shave your legs, loser?
They're red silk panties.
Okay, just make sure you speak up, Pansy, because I can't hear you.
They're red silk panties.
All right. Nice. Way to go. All right. So we'll let you do that, and we'll be in the background. You can let us know how it's going. I'll go ahead and leave your mic open for those who are listening. But you're really, honestly, unless you get into some other topics, you're not really being interesting enough for us to listen to. So we'll go on and talk to other things. Captain Jack, how are you doing this weekend?
How am I doing this weekend? I'm hanging in there, Doctor. Let's just say that.
How do you feel about this guy? I know you're a masculine guy. You're one of the straightest men I know. You love women. How do you feel about this guy who is putting on women's underwear to shave his legs during a show?
He's sort of pathetic, Dr. John. I mean, it's a good thing he does like humiliated because there's really nothing else he serves a purpose for in life.
Okay, and I have one question. Has Devil's All or Captain Jack, have you done the math on how much he's paying so far? Because at $3.99 a minute, he's been on the line for about 45 minutes through our nightflirt.com/Dr. John line. He's got to be banking almost, what, $50, $70 by now?
Something like that.
I would say over 100, actually.
How much, loser, how much did you load to your account? And how much do you get? Because we're going to hear it run out on the air. For those of you listening, we're going to hear when this loser's account runs out of money. It's going to refill live on the air for you.
Yes, sir. You want to read what people are saying about me?
Yeah, I will definitely. You know what? I can do that for you. For $3 a minute, I can tell you your horoscope or whatever you want to know. I will read it off right now. The last comment was he probably has peanuts or testicles. One other comment was he's a micro man. LOL.
I think it's $180.
And then we get back to an oversized clip was the comment before that came into us. So you're not getting favorable comments, to say the least. But that's what you like. That's what's so interesting about you, is that this is the World Series for you, because you like being made fun of one-on-one. But when you can have 5,000 people listening live making fun of you, it's big time. And that's why I tweeted everybody I knew. I put it on Facebook. We got it broadcasting on BTR, live stream, 1,000 mics, you name it, including iTunes. It'll be available for download 2 hours after the show. You're called out. We know you're from Oklahoma, and I told you that I'd be edging up hour by hour, minute by minute, trying to get you to reveal where you were. And so far, we have Oklahoma, or at least that surrounding area. So I want to know where this micro man is calling in from, and we're going to get to the bottom of it during this show. We truly are. Going to take a brief 10-second break, and we'll be back on the air.
Hey, my name's Courtney, and you're listening to The Dr. John Show on Blog Talk Radio. Very sexy.
All right, we're back. Biggest Loser, Devil Doll, Captain Jack, Dr. John. He's on a paid line for God knows what a minute. dribbling away his bank account and savings because he feels he has nothing left because he's the biggest loser of the United States. You know what, though? I have to be fair. I don't think you have the smallest appendage in the United States. I want to be fair to you. I think hamsters have smaller. So you are bigger than a hamster, my friend.
Yeah.
So how are you coming on your armpits and legs for shaving them?
I'm good. I'm almost done here.
You know what I think? I think, when you're shaving armpits or legs, you're going to be feeling razor after razor. So
Yeah.
I don't want you to complain about how you're faking that you're doing it or whatever else. I want you to actually shave your armpits or legs. Anything less, and I just may go on tonight alert and block you. Make sure.
Don't forget to shave your bikini line, because if you're wearing those red silk underwears, you gotta shave the bikini line. You have to.
And Captain Jack has a grudge to dig with you because he's had a horrible week. So I'm going to let, for the next, say 5 minutes here until the top of the hour, 3 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to let Captain Jack just dig in you and release all of his anger and pain. Captain Jack, tear little man apart.
Oh, I'm game, Dr. John, I'm game. Okay, so little big man, simple and straight fact, is there a popcorn kernel bigger than your dick?
I don't know.
So you're a pathetic motherfucker. You don't even defend yourself. That's what's really sad. You don't even say, oh, hey, not that small. You just take shit. It's kind of funny. You're such a fucking loser on that one. And then you're like, I guess I have to use proper terms, homosexual too, because you're so sad and pathetic that you have lost your taste for women. I mean, you probably look up at a dick that's, the penis that is proper size, and you're like, oh wow, that's what this has to look like.
Yeah.
Dude, what is, you get what I mean? Captain Jack's going to keep going, but I have to interject here. What is, you're just so pathetic that you're just going to pay $70 to call into a live radio show and say that you're pathetic and you have a 3-inch Slim Jim appendage? Seriously, I mean, part of me, there's the one half of me that wants to help you, and I want to go on and get the core issues of why you're so... Oh, see, your account's running out now. Great. Congratulations, loser. I want to get some core issues, but I'm going to let you refill your account. And while you're refilling your account, we're going to take a commercial break. You know why? Because you're a loser.
I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage.
back on the air. It's 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. You're listening to the Dr. John Show. We hope you are enjoying yourself. We truly hope to put on a good production for you every single time. And for those of you listening, you can find members' videos. You can find all types of good freebies over at thegigapig.com. I'll post that in the chat room for you if you didn't catch it. We also have some sponsored giveaways from people like Dove and Ivory, and I don't know, I think we had one there from Colgate a while back, and Tide Detergent. So you can get some freebies from them, completely free and no hidden fees or anything. So I'm pasting that in the chat room right now. You've got that. And right now we're going to get over to, I hope, Gunslinger. Gunslinger, is that you? You should be on the air right now.
Yeah, that's me. Damn Scott.
Great,
when I rebooted
great.
Damn Scott, had to do an update.
Great deal. I want to thank you a lot. I've been wanting to donate or, get into 15 minutes every week with you whenever you're available, because you really are a connoisseur of all the conspiracy theories and things that are going on. We chatted about the DUMBs, DUMBS, Deep Underground Military Bases, FEMA camps. We've gone into that. Me and you have gone into Nimbru. We've gone into Elenin. We've gone into just about everything short of the JFK assassination, because we both know it was conspiracy. And I loved having you on the show. So welcome. And this week, what would you say the big issues are in the conspiracy world, my friend?
Well, there's so many there. HARP is still going on. That's a big one.
Yep.
Now we got a new conspiracy about water being blue gold now.
Blue gold,
That's
yeah, that's what people taking controls of different sources of water. And I want to get into that one. So we'll table, with your permission, blue gold for just 1 second. And I want to ask you about an issue that came out in the press today. And that is the fact that we're now in Somalia. We have another black op war going on. For those of you counting, this is probably the 9th one. We've got Libya, and we've got Afghanistan, certain parts of Pakistan, and now we're adding Somalia, where we're doing drone strikes. Have you read about this?
Oh, yeah, I just read something about it a while ago. I mean, they're bombing them now. I mean, who the hell else are we going to start bombing? I mean, what is this, a new war every week? Give me a break.
You know what? I think it is, and I think especially. I got to take one pause there, Gunslinger, just for a second. We have to bring on back our paid caller and sponsor.
Sorry, this customer say only your member name. For example, Night Flirt, but not hi. This is Night Flirt.
Okay, so don't know what was going on there. We've got somebody trying to patch in with a paid call. I agree with you. I agree. Why are we in Somalia now? Why are we now taking on Somalia? It's another black ops operation. We have no business being there. We're doing predator strokes to the CIA. So this is what I have to say to the CIA. There are certain members of the civilian population who are aware of what you're doing. We're not dumb. We understand what an FOIA, FBI reading room is. We understand how to work YouTube. We aren't consumed by Celebrity Apprentice and TV and all of those crazy things that go on with reality shows. We're in tune with you. We know what you're doing, and we're here to stop it. And that's why I've got people like Gunslinger that contribute to this show, and I'm thankful for that. And we contribute to Dr. John Magazine, which gets the truth out, which is sad, because if we don't mix it with the rest of what we do, like the comedy and the sexual stuff, then it doesn't get out there. But I want to get back to you, and you made a great topic that I said we'd get back to, and that's the blue gold, and that's how water is turning into oil. Can you get into that?
Well, yeah. Jesse Ventura did a very good interview on YouTube, or actually a documentary, I guess you want to call it. He confronted these multinational corporations that are basically stealing the United States water. I mean, that sounds crazy, don't it? I mean, what are they going to do with water? Well, if you go out there and look back, you remember the Bush crime family. Remember when Bush, they went out there and bought that 100,000 acres in Paraguay? You probably read about that.
Yep.
Well, do you know the reason now that they bought that? The reason that they bought the 100,000 acres in Paraguay is because that land that they bought or purchased sits on top of one of the world's largest water aquifers. Yeah, you heard it. Sits on top of one of the world's largest aquifers. The bush is in oil. Now they're going in the water, believe it or not. There's another idiot billionaire, T. Boone, something.
I apologize,
Or press 3 to decline.
Okay, go ahead.
Please introduce yourself.
We are now routing in the biggest loser from nightflirt.com/Dr. John. He's calling in off my chat line for $3.99 a minute. And we are going to allow him to continue to stay on the line. And we're going to get into these aquifers that are going on. So, welcome back, loser. You are on the show. We still have people making fun of you in the chat rooms. But right now, we have to devote the next 5 to 10 minutes to conspiracy theory because I like to add some rich content to my show. So, go on, Gunslinger. I didn't mean to cut you off. You're going on about the aquifers. What are going on, and why do they want to control the water?
Well, there's another billionaire, T. Boone Hickens, I think it is. It's in the panhandle of Texas. He bought up 68,000 acres around the El Paso area, and he says, "Well, I'm going to control water because that's the next control freak that they want to do. It's a control." Lake Mead in Arizona is being drained dry. The Great Lakes are being drained dry, and they're shipping it off to China. Okay, Jesse Ventura discovered this. So it's not a conspiracy theory; it's a conspiracy fact. Because how can you control the world? You know, they already control the oil. They already control the food.
You control food with the seeds, right? The seeds.
Right. Right. So what about water? You can't live very long without water, and they know it. So they're going to corner the market on water and sell it back to you. And this idiot, this billionaire, he admits it right there on the YouTube video. He says, of course, we don't sell air, but water's a different story. So he expects to make another billions of dollars in the next 10 to 15 years just on the purchase of water. So think about it. I mean, how else would you control a society? But water. You can't live without it. And the world's water, you know, the planet's covered by, 3/4 water, but only 2% of it's drinkable. Think about that. So what if you could control the 2% that is drinkable?
Correct, yeah.
Look at the control you'd have. I mean, you'd have... Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention to the people that are listening, you've got... I heard a statistic once, and I am completely fine with it being debunked or somebody going over it, but something like 80% of the water consumed is done so through beverages like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and all those. So you've got all those bottled beverages. Monster is another one of them. Anyway, when you're going through all these beverages and they own the rights to the clean water, those prices would skyrocket. Would that be a fair assumption?
Well, yeah, they'd skyrocket. Right now, a little old bottle of water costs more than a gallon of gas does in some cases. Go buy one. It's like, $4 and something for a little bottle of water. So think about if you could monopolize on the whole water in the whole United States, okay? And back to this T. Boone Hickens or whatever his name is that bought that 68,000 acres in the Texas Panhandle, okay? It's setting on, by the way, the United States' largest aquifer, sitting right on top of it. And if you can drill into that water, you can get it and you can sell it to whatever price you want to sell it. So drink to that one.
Okay. You know, you make a good point there, and you can't go and talk about the water without talking about the public event, which was the privatization of seeds. And that's that seeds that you used to get back in the 80s or 90s, they would go and they would make plants when you plant them, whether it's corn or sunflower, you plant it, and when it matures and it grows, it would turn into seeds that you can then replant. What they're doing now is making it so you plant it, the plant comes up like a crop of corn, but then the seeds in the corn no longer make offspring, or they no longer make plants again. So between the water and the plant, they would pretty much control the world.
Absolutely. But what I was just going to say that's genetically modified seeds. And they're also called terminator seeds. They come up once and that's it. You have to go back to the seed supplier just to get new seeds. So there's the other reason.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And the only thing I would add to that is people often think that this is people rambling, that it's conspiracy theory. The only thing I have to add to that is you have to understand why people like JFK were assassinated. You have to understand they knew what was going on. They wanted the FDIC, which is no more federal than Federal Express, to be gone. They wanted the American people to have back the power that they came with, and they wanted to really do something positive for the United States. If you think that the seed theory or the blue gold theory that Gunslinger's talking about is fake, I encourage you to do your own research before it's too late and you succumb to the reality TV and the Voice and American Idol and taking your attention off of things that could truly affect you, not only your life, but your children's life. There's been good men that have come here. I won't deny that. There's better men than me. There's JFK. There was Roosevelt that tried to do a lot of good. Especially Abraham Lincoln tried to do away with the FDIC. There's been a lot of people trying to do a lot of good. Alex Jones on his show, he tries to do a lot of good. And he's got Prison Planet TV, and then he's got a couple others. But the main fact here is dig and do your own research and figure out who these people are and wake up. Wake up to the fact that you've been scammed. You don't even have to pay for electricity, or you shouldn't have to. It should be free, and it should be free for a variety of reasons, whether you're looking at Tesla or you're looking at between solar and wind. Electricity should not be a thing you're being billed for and crucified for every day. So Gunslinger speaks a lot of truth, and the only thing I can add is dig up your own facts on it and get to the bottom of it so that you're investigating and researching these things yourself instead of just saying, it's just another conspiracy theorist off on a rant. Our own governor out here, Jesse Ventura, has been digging into it. He's got his conspiracy theory show where he digs into the bases under the Denver airport and otherwise that are known as DUMBs, D-U-M-B-S. These are very real things with very real groups who are being financed by you, basically. Whether you look at the Rockefellers, you look at where your gas payments are going, there you go. That's my spiel on it. And Gunslinger, is there anything else that you want to add on what people should be looking up right now?
Well, they also should be looking up HARP. There's another good one. Because Jesse Ventura did a good... H-A-R-P, yeah. H-A-A-R-P, 2 A's. Jesse Ventura did a very good deal. It's on YouTube. Just go put in Jesse Ventura HARP, and you'll come up with like a 45-minute video. I think it's like 4 parts or something like that. But we're fixing to do another show on the show that I co-host on about the smart meters. Your little smart meter that they're trying to change out all over the United States. Think twice on those. You're going to be surprised. Because there's something sinister about those. Go ahead.
You're absolutely right. And then when they get into taxing you by the mile where you drive your car so much and it's an emissions tax, I have to ask you, though, do you have any comments that you want to give out to the biggest loser? He's hanging out on the line right now, and his mic is open. And I just wondered, do you have anything you want to say to him tonight?
Well, I think you need to get a pair of tweezers. That would help. Okay. Probably micro tweezers.
What do you think about that, loser?
Oh, man, he's fucking humiliating, man.
Or better yet, he probably needs a microscope.
There's about 7 people who just registered in the chat room right now. Can you kind of explain to them, if you could, please, I guess, how would we go into it? Let's go into, you had the ballerina costume, and you had the maid's costume that you had worn for quite a while. What motivates you to pay, $3.99 a minute or so to be on this show and be made fun of?
Just because I'm just a big loser and I should just be laughed at. All
right, well, that's fair enough. I don't really mind. You know, whether it's Amazon who sponsors our site or we've had Apple and we've had Dove and Ivory and different cosmetic companies, I don't mind because you're sponsoring the show, so we want to give you your appreciation because we do appreciate you sponsoring the show tonight. I gotta say, there's a certain part of me that feels for you. I almost want to call up a little people society and see if we can't get you a date with a little person, so you would seem big to that person.
Yeah.
How about the the Guinness Book of World Record? Think they might have an opening?
Yeah, do you think the Guinness Book of World Records might have a picture of you in it?
Oh, man, I'm not sure.
That could really get you the world of recognition that you're looking for. We want to say hello to guest 1038, guest 1110, guest 1118, 1119, 1123. All of our people are on live stream, and soon, in 2 hours here, we're going to be having this episode on iTunes, available for download. So, loser, my hat is off to you. It takes a lot of courage to call in and admit the things that you've admitted today between the ballerina costume and your tutu and everything else. Were there any other interesting outfits that you were subjected to because of your tiny penis?
The fairy outfit.
The fairy outfit. Did you have a magic wand? Did you have pixie dust?
Yeah. Yeah, and a little girl dress too.
A little girl dress. All right. So can you update the people who are listening? How is it going on feminizing yourself and shaving your legs and armpits today? What are you doing there?
Armpits are done. Legs are almost done.
All right. How do you get proof of this? Are you gonna be emailing pictures into the show, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, well, I gotta get somebody to help me email them, so work on it.
All right. Our email for the show, if you'd like to ask questions, or you're like the little loser here who's going to be emailing in pictures that we'll post all over our website, by the way, Little Loser, you're going to want to email those to the drjohnshow@gmail.com. Our website is thegigapig.com. Our Twitter name is @thedrjohn, and if you want to Yahoo message the studio, you can do so at dr_john@ymail.com. Special thanks out to Gunslinger today, and I don't know if Gunslinger gets to hear this. I found a dumb space out here. Actually, it was unmarked. It was unrestricted. Looks like they just put it in about 2 weeks ago, and appears to have a runway for cargo planes off of it. So I got some pictures of that I'm going to be uploading on the site tonight. We've been doing a lot on our YouTube videos. You can check out those. Our videos area at thegigapig.com is pretty awesome. And we're getting a message from Mikey Finney, 3 major adult film stars here. Get the show moving with some real adult material, he says. I think that's going to be a job for Devil Doll.
A job for me? I didn't hear the question.
They're saying more adult material. I think they're waiting for our second hour, which was supposed to come up right now, where we read erotic stories. I'm more than fine with that.
Awesome. So,
I can tell the story again.
Looks like we got a question here from a live caller. I'll try and take him on the line. 281, you're on the air with the Dr. John Show.
Hello?
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I have a 9-inch penis and I fucked my dog. Oh, nigger!
Yes.
nice! Awesome! Bestiality! Cool.
That's the way it rolls here.
Donkey shows. Does anybody know anything about donkey shows?
We're going to have a donkey show, actually, because Little Man here is not doing enough for our ratings. Little Man, you called in to be the biggest loser, and guess what? The audience is disappointed. They say not enough adult content. So what I need you to do right now is I need you to Google an adult erotic story, and I need you to read it for the rest of the time that you have left in your account while you're on the air. For those of us just joining, we're up to about 7,000 live listeners now. This is Little Man, and he is paying $3.99 a minute to be on the show. So, Little Man, you can stop shaving your arms and legs and get over to an adult story. You can find one on Bing. Just enter adult erotic story, and I'll pick one out that you can read to our listeners so they can fall asleep to your loser person.
You want to read? You want to read some more of those replies that people are saying about me?
You know, I can do that. There's a lot of disappointment in the room. There's an adult film star group here who is 3 major adult stars. Thank you to Michelob Golden Light that I got 3 paired next to me. They're saying not enough adult content. They're saying that you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough to keep this interesting. You've been on. You've spent $200 probably so far to be on the show, and we want you to read an adult story to us now. Now. I'm going to take a very brief commercial break so that you can take some time to look up that erotic story. We'll be back. We'll give you 2 minutes and 33 seconds to look that up.
Hey, are you there?
3:23 in the morning. You're listening to the Dr. John Show with Devil Doll, whose mic is open. Captain Jack, your mic is open. Gunslinger, your mic is open. And a special guest, the Biggest Loser, whose mic is open.
Who wants to hear me, people?
I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything. To change your availability status, press 1.
Boom. We're going to bump him. You ran out of money there, so we're going to... Special thanks to the Biggest Loser. You paid for a great show, and now we can move on to what we were going to do anyway.
Seriously, who wants to hear me go tinkle? Because I got to pee.
Let's hear you tinkle there, Devil Doll.
Okay. Let me get my ass off my bed and go to the bathroom.
You got to be descriptive, though, because this is listeners online, and they need description. So let's go step by step, like when you're getting in the room, what you're pulling down. Just, you know, be descriptive.
Oh, dude, I'm, like, trying not to fall on my face right now because I'm, like, somewhat inebriated. So going downstairs currently, walking barefoot to, gross, to the toilet. It's going to take me a minute because this house is, like, there's a lot of property. So I gotta walk all the way up to the house. Oh man, I really gotta pee. Holy shit. Okay. Like, I sat up and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I was laying down in bed and, like, I had to unbutton, like, I had to undo my belt because I really had to pee, and now I really have to pee. I might wet my pants. This is how bad I have to pee. Oh shit. Fuck, dog. I can't
Oh, wow.
move. Move, dog. I'm going to pee on you. Move.
We'll take a small break there, and then we'll jump over to Captain Jack. Relax. Out in California. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dr. John?
I am good. You know what? I thought this was a good time to give Double Doll some privacy out in Florida, so I muted her mic just for a moment here. So, what a deal. Today is different, and, you know, I don't know whether I prefer the Amazon sponsor or whether I prefer the Biggest Loser who called in today. He was a little strange to be paying that much to get called into a show to be made fun of. That was a little strange.
It was. We actually did some calculations here when you were on your commercial break, and we calculated that he paid over $400 for tonight's show. Close to $400.
Oh, wow.
He paid the whole show.
Wow.
But if he had stayed for 2 hours, it would have been $400 and some odd dollars.
Wow. That's amazing right there.
Yes, it is.
You'll notice, too, if you go to the Dr. I apologize, too much Michelob here, www.nightflirt.com/Dr. John, you'll notice the feedback jumped. It jumped 22 points just over that, wow, just over his call-in. So that was the deal. I'm going to see if I can't conference in another great call here, so we'll take a 1-minute break and we'll be right back.
I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage. Welcome to the Criterion Special Edition of The Rock. I'm Nicolas Cage. 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 I'm Nicolas Cage.
Okay. Let me guide you back to the trailer. Oh, okay, you want her. Dr. John, are you back on the air? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Right, of course. Dr. John. Come back to us, Dr. John. We need to get Doctor to run the show. I think we're experiencing some technical difficulties. Or the good doctor has gone off into a side room, probably with the biggest loser, not off at MDC, but off of Night Flirt, and maybe trying to convince him to donate some more funds to the episode. Try to get the whole $400 in. Kind of interesting. Jesse, are you with us? Put that bottom. Put that bottom. Why would it suck? I'm just making sure. I don't know what happened. Dr. John, if you're having difficulties, are there any viewers that can actually hear me? Gunslinger, if you're there or something, you're in the chat room with the doctor.
I can hear you. Go ahead. Unless you can hear me.
Okay.
Not hear me.
All right, Gunslinger, can you hear the good doctor? Are you in the chat rooms?
Yeah, I'm in the chat room. He's not showing up on the chat.
He's not on the chat at all?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, how interesting. Okay, well then, he may be experiencing some technical difficulties on his end, so we'll just have to pick up the show for him a little bit. Gunslinger, is there any other conspiracy theories you'd like to get off the test in the meantime while the good doctor comes back to us?
Well, I guess we could talk about HARP. It's always an interesting subject.
All right, bring it on. Lay it on us.
Well, for people that don't know what HARP is, it is supposedly a weather observation in Alaska, way up there with the polar bears. Okay. Now, this thing is funded by the U.S. military, by the way, U.S. Air Force. In other words, it's funded by your tax money, so-called tax money.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I took 5 jumps today.
Yeah, and I got that all recorded, and somebody else was in here. Holy shit.
Whoa, who's back? It's the Dr. John.
We obviously know they're looking for you on the other side.
Hey, we had a
technical
glitch.
What is up, everybody?
Off mute.
Who's got
They
that
got that shit on right?
Jeez, man. Wow. Wow. So all I got to say is wow. All right.
O-W.
Yes, we have a technical glitch.
What happened? I don't even know.
No, it was very bad, and we got like this person calling in, and his girl says that he's got like a 2-inch pecker, but she's got this voice of like a sexy fox and maiden off of adult entertainment, which is so cool. I kind of think she's one of the peeps calling from Vegas who can't really say who they are, which is okay. But, man, you got a sexy voice. Damn. That's awesome. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. The Biggest Loser just screwed me up. I just checked the account balance. $347.50 was transferred over from him. He was the sponsor of today's show. I don't even know. That's too crazy for me.
Dr. John, are you back with us?
I am. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Were you in a screening room, or what exactly happened?
No. What happened was I went to the screening room, and I screened an area code that I won't say, and I screened them, and I was talking to some adult film stars from Vegas who can't really disclose who they are, and then my computer said, guess what? It's 3 a.m. Central Standard. It's time to restart. So the computer restarted, and I was scrambling to get back on, and long story short, I'm back with you. So, hello.
Fantastic.
Gunslinger sounded like, you sound like he was in an interesting topic. So, the guy's like an encyclopedia of information. It's awesome. Just a little bit of everything. So, Gunslinger, what are your predictions? Will the Obama machine get reelected?
Well, he better not. You want another 4 years of this change? Yeah. You're getting change, all right. Not the
I
good
want
kind
a
of
refund from Obama, that's for sure. I'd rather have, let's see, maybe, not Hitler, but I'd rather have maybe Rosie O'Donnell be president than him, or Barbara Walters would be a good choice. Perhaps anyone from the Manson family might be better than him.
Hell, Donald Duck would be better than him.
We should have Oprah be president.
Oprah would be good. She could reverse the deficit in one day. I mean, that would be... Oprah could just flick a finger and be like, your national debt is forgiven. But we'd fuck it up anyway, so she won't.
Isn't that fantastic? I have to tell you, Dr. John, that Della Doll has retired for the evening. She's a bit sleepy.
Yes, last we heard she was, how do we say this appropriately for the air and our listeners? Let's see, she was retiring to a tree. Is that good?
No, actually, Dr. John, she had a few adult beverages this evening and basically got
a tinkle. She had a tinkle.
Well, yeah, she had a tinkle, and then she never got off mute because of technical issues.
Good. You know what? It's good, and it's for the better, because we got the Biggest Loser off the line, and we've got me and you and Gunslinger on the line, which means we can dig into tearing apart the lies and the conspiracy all in 20 minutes. The thing I hate about Alex Jones is he's blah, 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 not enough meat and potatoes. So let's get into meat and potatoes. Harp, and did it have anything to do with the Japan earthquake that happened and the fact that we're dealing with more 6.0s and 7.0s and more natural disasters in 2011 than we've ever seen before? What do you think, Gunslinger?
Well, yeah, of course, HARP had something to do with it because HARP was running 3 days prior to the Japanese earthquake. Okay? You know what HARP does? Everybody says, well, it's a radio transmitter. Well, yeah, it is a radio transmitter. But the problem is, what does it transmit? There's all kinds of frequencies that you can transmit on a radio transmitter. HARP happens to transmit what you call ultra-low frequency. It's the same signature that an earthquake has. It has a frequency. Everything in this world, even you, me, my dog, operates on a frequency. So if you can match that kind of frequency, especially in an active earthquake zone, all you got to do is just nudge it just a little bit to start a domino effect. And that's exactly what HARP did. They had it cranked up 3 days prior to the earthquake. It matched the signature frequency of the earthquake and then therefore triggered it because it's in an active earthquake zone.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you get into signature frequency, how it matched it all?
Well, everything, like I said, everything emits a certain frequency. If you know anything about electrical, you can look on your appliance or whatever it says in it, or whatever it is, and it'll say 60 cycles. Okay, 60 cycles is frequency. That means it cycles at 60 times per second. Your normal 120-volt light bulb cycles at 60 cycles. Well, everything has some type of frequency emitting from it. So if you match what we call a signature frequency of whatever you're trying to move or whatever you're trying to match, you put in harmony between what you're trying to move and say harp. So once you do that in the power that harp transmits at, you're going to get an effect. Just like I said, in Japan, they're sitting right on top of a active earthquake zone where two plates come together called continental plates. They're actually floating on magma down there, blah, 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 blah. But when you match it for a X amount of period of time, you start to vibrate. You start to vibrate it. Just like when you're listening to music out of your speaker, you know, the big woofer that you have, hold your hand up in front of it and you feel the frequency that's coming out of it. Well, basically the same thing, only imagine 1 billion watts more. Of course, it'd blow you completely out of your house. But if you can transmit that down, you know, harp can be transmitted up and it can be transmitted down, and you match this frequency that the Earth has, because Earth is a big magnet, it has a frequency. It's an electrical generator, you know, just like a big iron magnet, okay? So you're going to get an effect. At some point, somewhere around the world, with today's supercomputers, they can pinpoint it. You know, NASA can pinpoint it. You know, your covert government agencies, you know, like the CIA and all those idiots, they can actually match these. And because HAARP is a government-sponsored, supposedly, research facility, of course, you know, they're going to do it. They're going to trigger this because they want to do all these little things around the world to have it, to create chaos. You know, that's what he stands for. They create chaos. And that's exactly what they're doing with HAARP. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we're inviting PD of LA to call into the show at 909-533-8302. We'd love to have you on the show on this special pre-4th of July weekend out here. And we'll take just a moment to say thank you to all the troops and people who have sacrificed their lives to bring us, you know, where we are today, in a great 4th of July and our independence and everything else that that entails, and even the people that can't be mentioned because their names aren't going to be on a wall or a plaque. Got some family members that are in that situation, so we'll take just a moment and play a brief 40-second clip for the people who have lost their lives for what we've got. All right, so we got into a lot of interesting topics today. We had the Biggest Loser call in today from nightflirt.com/Dr. John. If you haven't seen that page, then you really don't understand who the Dr. John is. I invite you to take just a second. I'll post the link in the chat room so you can see kind of what I do on a daily grind. Definitely isn't a sales tactic, just, you know, saying if you want to see who's calling in and who's running the show on here, you can see. And, yeah, that's my bit on that. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Amazon.com, Apple for their glorious iPads and different features that they bring to the show. iTunes, man, there's a whole list of them. Oil of Olay gave out some free gifts to our people. And we're going to say a special what's up to, I'm guessing this is LAPD.
Make up something.
What is up, man?
Will you do these?
What?
Will you do these? I'm just telling you right now.
Will I do this?
Yes.
I don't know.
Hey,
you're going to help me as
Little Nuts. Little Nuts, what's up?
I don't know.
Okay, your girl sounds hot. You sound kind of whack. You said I wouldn't take your call. What's up? All right, well, goodbye to you, 281-997-0258. Congratulations. You've been our first outing of July. All right, so that's that. We've gone over conspiracy theory and a bunch of other things. We've had a great time here on the show. It's been a little like Mr. Rogers mixed with SpongeBob. So that's okay. It's what we like to do. And Gunslinger, special thanks to you, as always. Love hearing from you. And are you Skyping in tonight, Gunslinger?
Yeah.
Skype is sounding good, my friend. You know, Skype, we've had some problems with it before. Working good with the studio today. And I know over on Android, I've got some devices that I use Skype on. Good deal. I don't think you can really get much better. So the best thing to do when you know it can't get any better is to say goodnight, like they did with the Playboy show that was on there called After Dark. I want to just give 10 seconds out to this movie that I think is great. It's on Netflix. It's about Hugh Hefner and how he went from just a regular guy who was managing one magazine to Playboy and how that came around. So just enter Hugh Hefner into Netflix, and you can find his movie out on there. It's a great thing to check out. We'll leave you go with 13 minutes of the show. Thanks to everybody who listened tonight. We cranked over 7,000 listeners between all of our listeners. We really appreciate it. You guys have a great night, and off we go into the night.
Hey, my name's Courtney, and you're listening to The Dr. John Show on Blog Talk Radio. Very sexy.